Hey folks, Alan Manick, the Hot Rod Hippie here. This week's video we're taking a look at something that's near and dear to my ear, this 3M Worktunes Bluetooth Hearing Protection. Let's check it out. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a landscaper, a construction worker, an auto tech, a fabricator, taking care of your hearing is one very important thing. So my old hearing protection was getting tired. It was time to step up to something new, so I went ahead and picked up this Bluetooth-enabled 3M Worktunes hearing protection off of Amazon for $43.95. I thought that was quite a decent price, so I wanted to see how they were going to work out for me. So I've been using these for a few weeks. Let's go ahead and check the specifications, and I'll tell you what I really think of them. So first and foremost, these have a 24 decibel noise reduction rating. The scale goes up to 30, so these could do better, but they are better than the previous Howard Light Sport ear muffs that I was using previously. Now these have a built-in lithium-ion battery that is rechargeable through a micro USB port here at the bottom of the right ear. Right next to the micro USB port is also a 3.5mm audio input jack, so you have a device that's not Bluetooth that you still want to listen to, you can plug it into these and listen to it that way as well. They do use a Bluetooth connection to connect to any of your things like your iPod, your phone. I've been using them with my iPhone and had no issue getting them set up quickly with the Bluetooth connection on my phone. They do say that the Bluetooth connection is good up to 25 feet depending on the device you're using. Now the headband has rubber on the underside to protect the top side of your head, as well as having this spring-loaded steel design to hold them onto your head. So now when you open up the box, you get the headset themselves, the instructions of course, and a micro USB to regular USB charging cable to charge the internal lithium-ion battery. The charge cable is fairly short, but it is a micro USB connection, so extended length ones are easy to come by. You may already have one if you're using an older Android phone. These also have an auto assist, they're calling it, which is a voice built into them to tell you different functions that are going on. When you turn it on, it says powering on.
Power on, battery medium. Bluetooth connected.
When you accept a phone call or you cancel a phone call, there's voice communication to tell you that that's going on. On the right side cup, you not only have the connections I already mentioned, you have a single button, which is the only control mounted to this headset that allow you to start and stop whatever you're listening to with the press of that button, turn them on and off, of course. Also accept and deny phone calls, because these also have a microphone on the right side cup that allows you to take phone calls without removing the headset. So you'll hear the sound coming into the headset and the microphone will pick up your voice. Now inside of the ear cup is 40mm drivers to deliver the sound to your ears. And there is no listing as to the impedance of them or anything like that, something you might see with real quality headphones. The box touts these as lightweight and compact. So we might as well start getting into my opinion of these after a week of using them, and I'll start by saying they are neither lightweight nor compact. Now, don't get me wrong, they're not exceptionally heavy, but they are definitely significantly heavier than the Howard Light hearing protection I was wearing previously, as well as being significantly bulkier than those two. So now I've been using these for a couple of weeks now, and I have to say overall I'm pretty impressed with them. So now when I say I'm impressed, there are a few things I am really impressed with. I mostly mean two things. One, the ease of use. They connect to my phone easily. The input with the button controlling my phone for the music or the podcast I'm listening to works really well. Had no problems with that in my testing. Now the second thing that I'm really impressed by, and I'm probably more impressed by this, is battery life. I expected nothing out of these. I expected the battery life was going to be terrible and I'd be charging them every day like I have to do with my stupid iPhone. But that's not the case. These things really are lasting. I've charged them once since I got them. I pulled them out of the box, I charged them up, and I told myself I wasn't going to charge them again until they ran dead. They haven't run dead. I had to give up and just make this video because I didn't want to keep on using them. I wanted to get this video out there. Now that's 2 full weeks of 40-hour work weeks using these headphones, and they're still going. If you took these and charged them every day, maybe plugged them in at the end of the workday, they're never going to die on you, and I'm really impressed by that. Something I do like about these is there's no antenna on them and there's no boom microphone coming off them. That was something I kept finding with hearing protection in a Bluetooth design, was all those added things on them. I didn't want any of that. I wanted a slimmer design. I didn't want something to get caught on a headphone or a microphone in my face that I'm never going to use. Something else I do like is that they are pretty comfortable and they fit my head well. They fit fully over my ear for great protection, and they're not pressing in too hard on my head. They're not too heavy to be uncomfortable. So after a couple weeks of using them, I've gotten very used to the weight of them, the feel of them, and they are working well to save my ears from those loud noises. Something I do like is that the instructions are pretty clear on these as how to connect them. I have no problem with that. The button served me every time. Now let's get to the things that I don't like about these. Now something I can say is they definitely don't get as loud as I might like. My earbuds would get significantly louder. Of course they are in my ear, but any of my headphones I might normally use could get louder than these, but they're hearing protection. So I can understand they don't want the sound level to get too loud. It'll both drain the battery and it'll also go ahead and hurt your ears. There's no point in protecting your ears and then hurting them from within the hearing protection itself. One of the things I don't like is that there's no volume control on them. I have to use the phone itself to control the volume output of these. So if I want it louder and I have the phone across the shop, I have to go over to the phone, turn it up, and then go back to what I'm doing. I don't love that. That means that I'm still connected to my phone. I was hoping to leave this on the toolbox, have it plugged in and charging because the battery in my phone is terrible, but I still find myself having this in my pocket more than I wanted it to be. Also, these have that microphone on there so you can accept phone calls, but honestly, the microphone is pretty terrible. So right now, you're listening to the microphone on these being recorded to my phone so that you can hear the audio of them. I took a phone call on these the other day. Hold on. So I'm not going to make you listen to the microphone of those. We'll go back to my normal microphone. The microphone is pretty bad. I took a phone call on these the other day just to test it out, see how it was going. The person I was speaking to thought I was on speakerphone, and they also said they could barely hear me on their end. So if you're looking to use these for taking phone calls, do not hang your hat on that. I would not recommend that. So that microphone also leads to my biggest gripe. That gripe is the microphone kicking in when you don't want it to. So what was happening is I'd be hammering away on metal in the middle of the workday, listening to music through these. Great, they're working wonderfully. Suddenly my phone rings. I got a phone call coming in from some stupid telemarketer or something like that. When that happens, it rings in your ears to let you know you have a phone call coming in. You can cancel it with a button on the side. That's great. But for some reason, it kicks the microphone in right away when the phone starts ringing. So I'm there hammering away and all of a sudden the music just stops and ding, 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 I'm listening to myself hammering through the microphone. That's awful. It's not exceptionally loud. It didn't really hurt my ears much, but it definitely was not something I appreciated in any way, shape, or form the multiple times it happened to me. I really, really, really didn't like that. And there's really nothing I can do to disable that. I might put a piece of tape over the microphone to kind of reduce it from happening whenever it happens. So now I took these out and mowed the lawn with them. When I was mowing the lawn, I really expected the sound of the mower was going to kind of overcome the not so great sound output levels that these have, but it was actually perfect. I was fully able to hear the music that I was listening to and mow the lawn comfortably without having the engine sound hurt my ears and still have something to listen to. So I was really impressed for the lawn care use of these. So now the last thing that I don't love about these is the actual sound of them. Those 40mm hi-fi sound drivers in here are pretty flat. They're just really not that great. The sound signature of them is just not there. They seem to be lacking some treble. The bass is okay, but overall the whole signature is just flat. I'm no audio expert, but I definitely noticed it as soon as I put these on. Going from even the Apple earbuds to these, the sound really went downhill. Compare them to something like my reference monitor headphones I use when I'm doing video production, and they are definitely nowhere near that quality level. Now they're definitely hearing protection first and foremost, and they're only $43.95, so I can understand they don't have the most amazing sound drivers in them. I was hoping for a little bit more, but I got pretty used to it. I can comfortably listen to music and definitely comfortably listen to podcasts throughout the week and not have any problem with the sound I'm getting. Would I like it to be better? Sure. But for the price tag of these, for protecting my hearing, I'm okay with it. So at the end of the day, would I recommend these? Yes, I would. For $43.95, if you understand that the sound's not going to be some top quality sound signature, these really are a quality set of hearing protection. It's going to help to protect your ears and give you something to listen to throughout the workday, while you're mowing the lawn, whatever you're doing. Alright folks, I hope you found this video informative. If you did, go ahead and drop it a like. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think of these hearing protection? Do you have a set of these? Do you have a set of passive ones you really like? Or do you have some Bluetooth ones that maybe I should check out? Go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more content like this every week. Thanks for coming around, folks.